Like Israel, bear with me one moment while I get a sound check going on. You sure we got sound? Like Israel, bear with me one moment while I get we good to go. So Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? We are the home of the truth. The I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. You know what I'm saying? And if you are not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. Today is Friday. This is the I.S.U.P.K Houston, Port Arthur, Beaumont, Lufkin, and Galveston, all five of these zones, the greater area of, not the greater area of Houston, but the, uh, the Gulf area zones. You know, so this is all five of these zones. The ISUPK, Friday Lashawan Qadash class. Lashawan Qadash, meaning holy tongue in Hebrew. This is our native language as Israelites. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is your native tongue. Hebrew. Languages such as English, Spanish, Creole, or Patois. You know what I'm saying? These languages are given to us by our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? For the sakes of them, for their benefit. You know what I'm saying? Our captivity. You know what I'm saying? Those are languages for them to use us and do, pretty much gain profit from us and trade us and have us doing their bidding. You know what I'm saying? The way we used to speak to each other when we were free people, when we weren't slaves, is Hebrew. That's what we spoke to one another, brothers and sisters, in the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? Israelites speak Hebrew. And that's what we get into today, man. We get back into our culture as the so-called, not so-called, but as God's chosen people, man. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites of antiquity. We get back into our culture and learn how to read, write, and speak the ancient Hebrew, Paleo, and Assyrian. You know what I'm saying? So without any further ado, let's get in the class, man. Let's get this ball rolling so we can start learning. We're going to start off class the way we always start off class, and that is by going over this alphabet right here. This is the Hebrew alphabet provided to you by the men, you know what I'm saying, the early Adawanium in the ISUPK. ISUPK has been around since 1969. And that's around the time this chart came into play. You know what I'm saying? We teach the Lashawan Qadash. Everybody else thinks it's a dead language. But here we have it. All 22 characters of the Hebrew and the Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, and down below in the Assyrian Hebrew. It's the same 22 characters. You know what I'm saying? All words in Hebrew are made up of these or some of these 22 characters. I'm going to go over them. Repeat after me. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ha, Ta, Ya, Ha, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Qua, Bra, Sha, and Tha. There you have it. It's lucky if I was in the way. I think you saw that. Yeah. There we go. So there you have it. So those are the 22 characters of Hebrew. Once you start to get to be familiarize yourself with those, you know what I'm saying, putting them together to create words is a lot easier. And then when you start doing that, you can start making sentences. And that's when you're able to, you know what I'm saying, walk and chew bubblegum. You see right here, this was from the last class. This has 3 of the Hebrew letters right here. This is a word that we use in the ISUPK all the time. Tawab. And it means good, and it was good that it was up here just for me to show you that. Ta, wa, and ba. Tawab. But yeah, I'm going to erase this. We're going to get into today's class. So, to correlate the Lashawan Qadash class, which is on Fridays, with our I.S.U.P.K Sabbath service, which is, of course, on Saturdays, you know what I'm saying? We have to kind of link up the lesson. So right now in the Sabbath service, we're in Genesis. We're in, I believe, the Slacky, if I don't remember which exact book, but we're in the book of Genesis, not book, but the chapter, but we're in the book of Genesis, and we're around the time where Abraham is Abraham is having Isaac, and you know Abraham's wife doesn't think that she thinks she's too old to bear a child, and you know Abraham is pretty much we're in the time of Abraham right now, and what it says a lot about in a common, you know what I'm saying, occurrence in the scriptures, and this part of the scriptures at least, is age. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, like Sarah, Abraham's wife, said she was this old, and she doesn't think that she thinks she's too old to bear a child. It says that Abraham, here I have it written down. It says Abraham was 86 years old when Hagar bare him Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? 86. We know 80 because a score is 20, but that's just how you say his age. 86. The Lord came to Abram when he was 90 years old and 9 to tell him, you know what I'm saying, that about the him bearing another seed that'll get his inheritance. And it talks about Sarah, like I said. Ishmael was 13 years old when he was circumcised, which is kind of late in the game, but he had to do it because that's his father didn't play. Pretty much the theme is age. So that's what I'm going to go over today. So how to tell your age in Hebrew. So, of course, we're going to have to go over numbers. So today is going to be a kind of a class that is going to be a little bit of things that I went over previously, because I went over numbers more than a few times. We should know how to say 1 to 1,000 if you've been keeping up with my classes. But we're going to go over numbers, of course, so just to refresh you. And then we're going to give you some words and some sentences on how to tell your age. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little word bank. This is going to be our word bank for the day. And it's going to be in this corner, on this upper corner up here. All right. So you can see where I'm going. I'm doing it a little, just by me making this word bank, you can see what we're going to be going over today. We're going to be seeing how to, you know what I'm saying, tell our age to the day. You know, that's not the way the age was being told in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying, the proper way. I'm definitely going to go over that too. But you know what I'm saying, remember, there's multiple ways to skin a cat. And this is more for our practice, you know what I'm saying? To be able to formulate sentences, to say, my baby is this many months old. But the real way to say age is you say, it's not written down, but pretty much you say, such and such, this person is a son or a daughter of this many years old. Like, I am a son of this many, I am a son of, how old am I? 34. I am a son of 34 years old. That's how you say it. That's the proper way to say it in Hebrew. Of course, we'd be saying it in Hebrew, but that's the translation. I am a son of 34 years old. Well, I am a son of 34 years. I am a son of 34 years. And if I was a female, I'd say, I am a daughter of 34 years. That's how you say it. But we're gonna say, I am this many years, this many months, this many days. Well, we're gonna kind of go into a little bit deeper, which is still correct because this is the Hebrew words, but it's just not the official way to put them together. But this is for our learning. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this word bank. Let me get another color. All right. Damn. Tricky. Be right back, Israel. Slide. A day is a yawam. That's how you say a day. A week. You can say it two ways. You can say Shabbat, which is the number 7. That's also used that way. Just saying 7. Or the actual term for week, 7 days, is Shabbat, Shabbat, or Shabwai. Salaki. Shabwai. And then a month, Yarak, I believe. Khan, Yarak. And then a year, Shana. All right. So we're going to get our word bank in the Hebrew, because this wouldn't be a Hebrew class if we didn't actually write in Hebrew. So Yawam. Yawam. Shabawai. Sha. Wa. I. Sham. Iraq. And Shana. All right. So that's going to stay up there the whole class. So we got our word bank for the day, week, month, and year. So now that we got that up, we're going to get into the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Number refresher. And then we're going to start forming sentences with the numbers and the words we know. So 1 to 10, that's all we need. Well, 1 to 10, and then I'm going to quickly go over 10 through 100. right? So 1, Achad. 2, Shanya. 3, Shalash. 4, Arabai. 5, Chamash. It's like I misspelled that. 6, Shasha. 7, Shabbai. 8, Shamawana. That's a real long Hebrew word right there. But yeah, I'm going to continue. 9, it's like 9. Tashai. I think that's how you spell it. Let me look up real quick. That's it. No sign correct for water. And 10, Ishura. So we got Achad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Chamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shamawana, Tashai, and then Ishura. Now let me let you know that there are no numerals. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 has that little symbol for 5 in the Old Testament, and when people use Hebrew, you have to write the word out. That's how it was in the scriptures, and that's how it was when people spoke it. The numerals were introduced in Rome with the Roman numerals, and then they turned into what they are today. But before, when we spoke Hebrew, we wrote the word out. Even if it was a long number, it's like we wrote the number out in a word. Even if it was a long number, we write the whole number in words, and it would look like a sentence, but it'd be a number. So let me get this in Hebrew, and then we'll move on. It's good for your notes. Okay. Shanya. Shalash. Arabai. Chamash. Shasha. YAHANNA. Shy. I.S.U.P.K. All right. There you have the numbers. So let me make sure you got that. Got a clear shot on that. Yeah, there you go. So this is the first part to get notes for telling age. I'm gonna break down why you guys take a picture or write it down or be kind or rewind, however you get it. I'm gonna go over what I'm gonna go over. So after this, we're gonna go over. This is 1 through 10. So after this, I'm gonna write down in sentence formulas the formulas for writing the 20s or the 10s, the teens, all the way to the 20s through the 100. So we're gonna have a 1 through 100 after this. And then you'll be able to say, you'll know the numbers, and then you'll know the units of measurement of time, day, week, month, year. Then we're gonna use what we know and make some sentences. And I'm of course gonna go over in Hebrew the proper way to tell your age too. But then we're gonna kind of freestyle it after that. So you should have had it more than enough time. I'm gonna erase this. All right. So 11, we got 10 is I.S.U.P.K. 11 is Achad I.S.U.P.K. 12, Shanya I.S.U.P.K. 13, Shalash I.S.U.P.K. Now you can see the pattern forming. I'm going to write the pattern down right here. The pattern for the teens single digit followed by 10. This is the single digit, shalash, the 3 and 13, followed by Ishra, 10, to make 3 plus 10, 13. So that's how you say teens. So with that formula, 17 would be Arabai Ishra. 7 plus 10, 7, Arabai, 10, Ishra, Arabai Ishra. And 19, Thashai Ishra. So you have all the teens. Now we're going to do the 20s. 20s is a little different. 20, 21, and 23. So 20 is 2 tens, correct? So it would be Ishara pluralized. Isharium. We put the yum at the end when you make things plural. And with masculine things, that is. But I'm not going to dwell too much into that. So Isharium is multiples of 10, which is 20. So 2 tens is Isharium. 20 Isharium. The 21 is going to be similar to 11. You say the single digit first, followed by Isharium. So Achad, Isharium. Now you already see where we're going. I skipped to 23. 23 will be the single digit 3, Shalash, then followed by 20, Isharium. So Shalash Isharium, 23. And now I'm gonna write the what do you call it? The formula. So 20s, single digit followed by 20. And now we're going to go 30s through, it's going to be 30. So we should know what this all the way up to 29. But now I'm going to go 30 all the way to 99. So I'm going to start with 30. Then I'm going to do, let's say, 46. Then I'm going to do, of course, we got to get 99 in there. Then the rule of the formula. So if Isharium is multiples of 10 for 20, then how do we say multiples of 10 for 30? There's no other way to pluralize it, so we're going to use the base number for the 10 digit for the multiple of 10. The base number for the multiple of 10 is shalash, 3. So this 30 would be shalashium. The base number pluralized. So 30 is shalashium. $46. Now remember the rule of saying the single digit first, so we have to throw shasha in there. Shasha is going to come first because the single digit is 6. Shasha. But 40, the base number is 4, but it's a digit of 10, so we're going to say arabayim. Shasha arabayim. 46. And then 99, just to make things clear, the last digit, the shy is 9, the single digit. The shayim, the base digit for the not the multiple of the 10 multiple of 9. So it's the shy, the shayim. All right. So now I'm gonna get the formula, and then you be good for your notes. You got all the numbers up to 100. Let me throw 100 over here. Just 100. We're not gonna do multiples of 100, but I'm just gonna throw 100, just so you have it. 100 is ma'ah. So 30 through 99. Get blue. Keep the theme going. Show black. I'm bugging. Damn, my bad. Wasting time. All right. Let me see if you can read that. Most High Christ. It looks good on my screen. So 30 through 99, single digit, followed by base digit of multiple of 10, pluralized with yum. So the single digit for 46, shasha, followed by the base digit of the multiple of 10, 40. The base digit is 4, pluralized with yum. Arabai is the base digit, pluralized with yum, arabayim. So shasha, arabayim. So you got the rules. Give you a second with that, and then we're gonna get into, you know what I'm saying, the fun part of the lesson. So how to use this stuff for your age. Kind of what kind, sir?
So like if I'm that brother, so 99 is Dash you.
The shayim, yep, kind of what kind.
So that's the Shia, the Shayim.
The shayim.
Okay, I couldn't see the I. So like
I was like, let me make that better. Yeah, it's lucky if my handwriting or the board is not that clear, but I'm trying to just move through to get as much as we can. Let me see what we're working with time. Yeah, I got about 20 minutes, so that's enough time to kind of kind of go over some ways to tell age. But at this point, you should have had it by now. So I'm gonna erase everything except for the word bank. If you don't got it, you gotta be kind and rewind. We out of time. So like I said, there's multiple ways to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to actually speak Hebrew and get your point across in Hebrew. That's not the traditional way of saying things. It's almost kind of like it's slang. Then there's the you know what I'm saying, the official way of speaking. So right now I'm going to give us 3 different ways to say he is 30. Like as far as his age, he's 30 years old. He's 30 years old in Hebrew. So first we have he is 30. You know what I'm saying? Another way to say that is is 30 years old. And then the correct way to say it is he is son of 30 years. This is the official Hebrew. I'm going to write official right here. It doesn't sound like a put together of words that we would say commonly today. This is biblical right here. This is how it's said in the scriptures, how we used to say it. You know what I'm saying? He is son of 30 years. All right. All right. So now we have to go back to our pronouns. Does anybody know how to say he in Hebrew? I know you know. So you're the only one here. So I don't know why I'm talking like it's a full class. Salaki. So so he in Hebrew, is Hawa'ah. No, it's Hawa'ah. So Hawa'ah is he.
Hey, Hayah.
No, I think Haya'ah is she.
You sure?
So the ya, I remember that. The ya makes it feminine.
That's right. You just pay attention to something.
Where you see that?
Right there. What?
Oh.
Yeah, right. So it's Hayah.
Oh, okay. I get it, ain't it? The water. Hawa'ah. Hawa'ah. Now, is tricky. Because most times in Hebrew, you don't have to say is. There's no link words like that. Like things like he is quite fine, like quite and is. Like in Hebrew is a direct language. You don't have to say like I'm feeling rather friendly, or you don't have to speak all confusing. It's direct. He 30. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Judites and Israelites and you know what I'm saying, Asherites all know what I'm talking about. That boy is 30. He 30. But that's kind of how Hebrew is. You don't have to But there is a way to say is. I'm just not familiar. I don't recall how to say. I gotta go back to my notes. I'll have that the next time I teach. But we're gonna do it the way where we leave out this and be direct. So how will I, and doing it that way, let me write years, because the is makes it a little bit more defined. So he, 30 years. Kind of kind.
I do believe that Hebrew is a brutish tongue. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a
Kind.
romantic language like English. You know what
Kind
I'm
of
saying?
kind. I wish you had the mic. I don't want kind of kind. That really did need to be said. I don't want to say Hebrew is like a brutish tongue. It's not a romantic language. You know what I'm saying? The language of fillers and my brother, I don't want about to get the mic and break it down right now.
You got it. You got it.
Oh, nah, if you could, sir.
All right, those
Oh, Kasha. Let me turn this joint on.
Basically, what I was Hebrew is a brutish tongue. It's not like English. You know what I'm saying? How English is a romantic tongue. You know what I'm saying? Our language is very straightforward. So, for instance, if we say, hey, woman, can you please come over here and sit down? In our language, it's more like woman, come sit. You know what I'm saying? It's not romantic how English is. You know what I'm saying? And it is slang. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the words in Hebrew do not have just one meaning. You know what I'm saying? It can mean a plethora of things. You understand?
Yes, sir. The water out of wine, brother Hank. And it's heavy what he's saying. Like in Hebrew, when they would say "woman, come sit," the woman wouldn't even take it as he being aggressive as hell. That they would already know, like, oh, this brother would like me to give him my presence, so I'm gonna join him. They would know what's up. They don't need to romanticize fillers, and I would appreciate it if you would come accompany me. They don't need all that. The water out of wine. So we gonna be brutish and leave it out. Even though there is a way, it's one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just going deeper into the language is a way to kind of define what he is. But I don't recall it at this point, so we're gonna keep it with the OG style and say how I 30 years. So 30, what is 30? We remember from the numbers we just went over? Shalashim. How I Shalashim. So he 30, and then throw years on, so we know he's talking about age. You know what I'm saying? What we got year? Year is Shana. That's 1 year. A year is Shana. So years plural will be Shanayim. Now I believe in the scriptures. Well, just seeing when we go us going over Genesis, you know what I'm saying? In this very time, because we're going over Genesis, the book of Genesis, on the Sabbath service every Saturday. Join in, you know what I'm saying? School near you, we all going over the same joint. Shalashiyam is plural. The number of years is plural, and years is singular. Just so it's like rather this many years, almost like fourscore. Like fourscore, we know is 4 scores, but it said 4 score. So it's really Shalashiyam Shana. But that's how we're going to write it for that one. I'm going to do the Shanayim on our next one. So how will I, Shalashiyam Shana? He 30 year. He 30 year. It almost makes sense. It does make sense, but it almost sounds kind of regular. I'm saying if you come from the hood, he 30 years. How will I, Shalashiyam Shana? He is 30 years. So before we start putting in Hebrew down, I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to get all the verbalizations of all our sentences. And if we got time, I'll go over some feminine stuff, some babies with some months. You know, so we'll be able to say, my baby is this many months. But you should be able to do that just by following along. You got the word bank up there. But if I got the time, we'll go over it. So now we're going to go to the man is 30 years old. So now we're going into our old classes. How do you say the man? The, you got to have the prefix ha. So we already know the first thing we got to have is ha. man, Ayash, Ha-Ayash, the man. Ha-Ayash, now I wish I knew how to say is to kind of differentiate it, but I'm going to have to skip that again. I got you next time, Israel. But Ha-Ayash, 30, Shalashim, 30 years, Shanayim, old. Now I'm gonna have to say of age. Give me 1 second. But while I look it up, I'm gonna tell you, there's no secrets, you know what I'm saying? I want you to be as good as I am. I want you to learn too, Akim and Akwathian. What I'm looking up right now is the I'm gonna send you this too. But this is the 2-letter lookup. It's back online, it's working, and it's how you can find a Hebrew word. You get the Hebrew translation to a word you're trying to find. So what I'm about to do is type of age. Hopefully that'll give me. That's talking about ripeness. That's not what I want. So I'm gonna type in old. Zaquan. Zaquan is talking about old age, and it's talking about to be old. So I think that's the word we're looking for. Zaqua and na. Zaquan. It's it's an adjective describing of how this man is. This man is old. 30 years old to be exact. So we got Zaquan. If you look up two-letter lookup on Google, be careful about what you click, because you could potentially click something that sends you to something that could give you a little bit of malware on your phone. So I suggest that you go to your school. Another good reason to be in the camp and not just be a, a bystander watching class, because you could go to your school, talk to the Adawanium, and ask him, how do I find a 2-letter lookup? He'll show you right then and there, especially the Adawanium that teach the Lashawan Qadash. But that's how you do it. The 2-letter lookup is how I found Zaquan. So we like to type that, we have to write that in. So he's 30 years old. Ha'ayash, Shalashim, Shanayim, Zaquan. All right, that's that way. Now we're going to get, he is son of 30 years. So we got he, Hawa'a. It's lucky about is, but we got son. We're going to skip is. Go to son, bond of 30. So we're going to have to go to our prefixes. We see ma is of. So bond ma shalashim. And then Shana. Not Shanayam, but just Shana. He's son of 30 years. That's the more biblical way to say the Hebrew. So now I'm gonna get this in. See what we're working with time. Yeah, we just had enough time for just this. But yeah, you should see where I'm going. Yeah, we got just enough to be able to understand with what we learned in the past, our word bank and our numbers. You know what I'm saying? You know, how to formulate the sentences to say years. You know what I'm saying? Years, Shana, months, Yarak. You know, that's pretty much all you gotta remember. But there's more if you need it. So let's get this Hebrew cracking. We gotta have that. Remember, Hebrew is written from right to left. And that's why I'm starting on this side. I, Shalash, Shana, I, Shalash, all right. Since I can't fit it, and I'm not gonna waste too much time, I'm starting to run out of time. I'm gonna do the second one in Assyrian, and the third one in the Paleo. So I got the Paleo and Assyrian for the first one. And then the second one I'm gonna do Assyrian, and the third one in the Paleo. Right under the word too. No, I can't do it right under the word because we're writing right from left. Select. All right. So in the Assyrian, I should have made a little gap right here. I still can. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 words. Hawa'ah, Shalashim, Shanayim, Zaquan. He 30 years old. And now for the final dude, the Paleo. Is he is son of 30 years old. He is son of 30 years. Right. All right. Remember in the Paleo, we gotta have our connectors. Our connectors make the single letter or the pronunciation of the letter either alone or grouped together with whatever it's connected with. And then the Paleo, I mean the Assyrian, we have no connectors, but we have word letters like ma that are at the end different than in the middle. I don't have any examples, but this ma is different at the end of Shalashim, rather it's in the beginning of in the middle of it. So yeah, there you have it. You know what I'm saying? A quick little lesson on telling age in the Hebrew. That, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end class, give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Ahmadium, Ahmadium Shabbat, Ahmadium, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah, Yadi Matah. Sorry, turn and face the sisters. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Sisters, Ahmadium, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Ahmadium Shabbat, Ahmadium, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Elatah Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Yadi Matah. Class dismissed.